Hi there, friends. I have missed being with you the last couple Avanza meetings, and I'm so thankful for Abigail's help and her leadership. She's doing a fabulous job stepping in, and just wanted to thank her for that. Also, thank you for those of you who have been praying for my family and for me. My mom is still waiting for test results. So we know that her cancer is in her liver, bones, and the lymph system, but we don't have an official diagnosis or treatment plan. I'll be going back this weekend to spend some more time with my folks, and just very thankful for your prayers for us. It's a really difficult season. But I wanted to let you know that in lieu of having a winter meeting to kind of regroup and talk about how we can be more effective at Avanza, I'm just creating a video for you that I can share with you, and hopefully you can watch at your leisure, but also hopefully it'll be a helpful tool to especially assist during the study time so that time can be used most wisely. I want to thank you so much for doing your tutor info sheets. Those of you who have filled those out, it really helps us know what you want in your folders and in your boxes, and we're doing our best. We've ordered some new money and a clock game and things that you have requested. We're getting our hands on those and getting them to you. So please keep filling out these. It's especially in my absence, if I'm here just for 1 or 2 days on a day that's not Avanza, I can work on getting these things together, and Abigail can work on them as well. So that really helps us communicate what's being needed, and if there's any special needs for certain students. I want to remind you that this year, it's a little bit more challenging because we don't have kids bringing homework in their folders, but it's also a great opportunity. This year I went to the 100-town teachers and said, what can we do with an hour of time to help this population of kids succeed? And there were 3 teachers that really spent a great deal of time helping us develop this study time plan. So we've talked about it in the past, but I know that some of you have asked how you're supposed to be doing it, and you have some questions about the word work or maybe the writing. So we'll just review that here in this video, and hopefully that will empower you to do the things that the 100-town teachers are asking us to do with the kids that we have here with us at Avanza. So there's 1 hour. We try to have 1 hour with our kids. It's usually something like 3:55 to 4:55 after they've been outdoors and maybe gotten a drink or gone to the bathroom. We get back in, we sit down, and we have 1 hour. And there are 4 things we want to do during that hour. So we break those into quarters, and so each topic is 15 minutes. Each lesson, if you will, is 15 minutes. So there's 15 minutes of word work, 15 minutes of guided reading, 15 minutes of, let's go around, 15 minutes of writing, which really should follow the reading because it's connected, and then 15 minutes of math or supplemental work. So first of all, we have word work, and you will recognize probably some pages like this where there are letters at the top of the page that the students can cut out, and then those letters are used to make words, to create words and build on words. This is really important as the kids develop reading skills. This is a phonics type of activity. It's good if they can write, if they can form the words with the little letter cubes, but also after they've manipulated the letters with their hands, go ahead and have them write it on the spaces. So that reinforces what they're learning. There will be a page that will be in your folders in the tutors' bags that explains what they're supposed to do with all these letters. So for instance, this one says use 2 letters, spell no. So they would have to find the N and the O and put them together. Next, it says use 2 letters and spell the word so. And then it says add 1 letter to spell the word sun. So you get the idea. Those directions are on the pages in your folders. I know it does take a little bit of time to familiarize yourself with that. So feel free when you come in, either to come early to Avanza, a few minutes to familiarize yourself with your folder, or when we take the kids outside, if you want to go get your folder ready and use those 10 minutes or 12 minutes to put together a plan of how you will guide the child through the tutoring time. That might be very helpful for you. I just want you to be free to do that, to go prepared for the things that you're going to lead them through. So there's word work. The older kids are doing word work in similar ways. They might have compound words or homophones. They're cutting them out and putting them in 2 different columns. Maybe words with 2 syllables in one column, words with 1 syllable in another column. They're just working with words and improving their reading skills through that word work. So that's 15 minutes. Also, I wanted to mention to you that especially the younger kids, sometimes they just need to practice spelling. We're adding a list of spelling words to the first graders folder, and they will, we encourage you to use the letters that we've put in there with the baking sheets. Those are magnetic letters. And just begin at the beginning of the list and ask them if they can spell the, if they can take the letters out of their bag and spell the word the. And then you would ask them to move to the next word. So they can also read these to you and then later go back and spell them. But we have 100 words here that they should be able to spell in first grade, and this is a great way that you can do word work if the other sheet is not working out so well with your student. A lot of you have said that the most difficult thing, the most challenging part of tutoring time is getting the child to sit down. Well, I want to just give you permission to let the child stand up. Now, if they're not doing their work, that's one thing, but if they're just having a hard time sitting, we can adjust. We can say, would you like to stand today? You can stand in this. Do you see the square under your feet? If you'll stay in that square, you can stand in it. Or just allow them to, it's okay for them to be standing up, even moving a little if they're still getting their work done. So I want to encourage you to allow them to stand up. A lot of children actually work better when their large muscles are in play. So it's okay for them to be standing up. The next thing we have is guided reading, and that will take 15 minutes. Guided reading is different than just handing the kid a book. Abigail and I are going to model this for you and just help you remember the steps of guided reading. Okay, so Abigail and I are going to model for you how to do guided reading with a student, which is more than just saying, read that book to me. So the first step is to take a picture walk through your book. Now, these are actually some of the books that we have for you to use, and this one is called Fun Pets. So Abigail, we've got a new book today. It's called Fun Pets.
I have a pet.
Do you have a pet?
I do have a pet.
What kind of pet do you have?
I have a dog.
Well, this lady on this
Yeah, she's walking the dog.
On the cover of the book has a dog too. Let's take a picture walk and look at the pages and the pictures and see what we notice.
Okay.
What do you see on the first page?
A sheep. They're petting it.
Yeah.
And goats.
I wonder where that might be.
I don't know. There's a barn. Maybe it's on a farm.
Might be on a farm. What do you notice on the next page?
There's a boy riding a horse.
Yes. Would you like to ride a horse?
I have ridden horses.
You have?
Yes.
Did you like that?
It was fun, but scary.
What about this picture? Do you know what these animals are?
Chickens.
Can you tell what they're doing in the picture?
No. Well, maybe they're eating or something.
Maybe they're eating. I bet when we read the words, we'll find out what the chickens are doing.
Probably, yes.
So, Abigail, we've done a picture walk and we've enjoyed the pictures. You already have a really good idea what this book is going to be about.
Mm-hmm.
But the words can tell us even more than the pictures. So let's take a walk through this book looking for hard words.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me, what's the first hard word you see? I'm on page 2.
This word is long.
Yeah. What did we see in the book? All kinds of different
Animals.
Right. So I bet that word's going to show up a lot in this book. 'Cause
Yeah.
Pets are animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's something about these particular books. They highlight vocabulary words, hard words. So when you see the yellow, you'll know that that's a word we want to work on. It
Yeah.
might be a difficult word to read, but we can practice them right now. Let's see if you could read this word.
No.
Yeah, that's a funny sound when the O and the I together say oi. Well, this is noises.
Noises.
Yeah.
Like sounds.
Yeah, chickens make noises.
Mm-hmm.
And the next word is sprinkled.
Sprinkled.
It's a lot of sounds to blend together.
Sprinkled.
So they sprinkle the food on the ground for the chickens, and then they go around searching for it.
Oh, like corn and stuff.
That's right. So we would continue on through the book, looking at each word that might be hard to read. So that's the second step. So we've looked at the pictures as the first step. We took a picture walk. Second step was looking for hard words. And as you can see, that takes quite a bit of time. And then third and final step is actually reading the book, where you turn the child loose to begin reading with your assistance, and you remember some of those ways to help them decode words and put the sounds together and stretch it out. And so the last step is actually reading the book. So if we were doing tutoring, I'd say, now let's get started reading, Abigail. The title is Fun Pets. Let's see if you can read the first page to me.
Okay. Many people have dogs.
So some of you have also told us that you were struggling to find things for them to write about as we get into the 15 minutes of writing. I know the kids do not really enjoy writing, but we are here to help them build their literacy skills and their writing skills. We're not here to be their best friends and to play games the whole time. So we just have to tell them, this is why you come to Avanza. You're getting smarter, and we got to do some writing. So all the books that we have that have come from Huntertown, they all have writing prompts at the back of the book, at the end of the book. Some of them are questions, like this one, for instance, that Abigail and I read, Fun Pets. It says, write a few sentences about your favorite pet. Try to use words from the word builder. So there you have a suggestion of what to write about. Also, every child has a folder, and in their folders, there's writing paper. You can see in Nayli's folder here, she's written on the paper. We had some of you asking for paper, and I'm sorry we didn't communicate that we've already placed paper in all the folders. So you should have plenty of paper. The younger kids is wide line, so they can write well on that paper. And remember, every book has a question or a writing prompt at the end. If that's not working well for your student, you can always write about the book. Like, let's write about what happened in the story. And remember sequencing words: first, next, then, and last. And they might write a sentence. My favorite part of the book was these kinds of ideas. They're responding to the book through their writing. So that's what you would do for 15 minutes of writing. And so then the last 15 minutes is for supplemental work and probably math work. I know a lot of you are finding things that the kids need help with in math. We have math flashcards, we have play money, we have some clocks, and as I mentioned, we're getting some more of those kinds of materials you can do, find activities to do with the kids. Lots of you have even asked for worksheets that are related to math. We're also adding a hundreds chart. So every child will have a hundreds chart in their folder. And it's really helpful to teach them how, especially the younger kids, how to count by tens. And then have them touch with their number, counting by tens. 10, touch with their fingers, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and go through. You can count by fives. They'll start to notice the pattern, 5, 10, 15, 20. You can practice counting by twos and even threes, but especially the tens, 5, and twos, and they'll start to see a pattern. Another thing you can do with them is say, pick a number, any number, and then put your finger on it. And so let's say they pick 46. Then you can say, what is 10 more than 46? And they'll start to notice that they just move down one space. Then you can say, what is 10 less than 46? And you can count back, and they'll end up right here. And so you can show them that 10 less is moving up, 10 more is moving down, no matter which number you're on. There's some really fun things you could do. Fred Rupel can probably help us think of even more games we could play with this 100 number chart. But this is just another tool that we're adding to your folders. For every student will have one of these. And as I said, continue to practice with them on the supplemental math time with their flashcards, the money, telling time. A lot of them still are struggling with telling time, and those are very important skills that we can help them with. So thank you for all your hard work with the kids. I know that the Lord is using each one of you to make a big difference in the lives of these Avanza students, and simply just showing up to be with them is such a gift. To listen and to be present, paying attention to what's important to them is a gift. So I will, hopefully I won't have to miss too many more Avanza meetings, but I am grateful for such an awesome team and appreciate your prayers for my family and for me. Thank you.